What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about these AI stocks that people have some interest in right now. We got 4 tickers and plus this one, just AI in general. Where we left off last time, let's pick up from there. We said right here around this red circle, if 26.45 does not hold, be watching for your support down here at 22.96. If you were paying attention, you caught a very nice entry and it's working its way back up to the upside. Sitting at 26.21 right now in the after hours, which is going to be right here back at resistance. It looks like your buyers are stepping in just a little bit sooner, starting to get a little bit of a flat top, so it could push up and over there. A little bit of resistance, I guess, just because of the fib line there, but building up in a nice spot. So, I mean, you're either going to get a nice pop to the upside or it could get a little bit of a heavy rejection just because of right where this formation is kind of building out in harmony with the fibs. So if you can get that breakout 26.45, then we're looking up to 30.89, which is where it was rejected before. Be looking to see if it forms some sort of ugly cup and potentially wants to do a handle from there. I would keep a close eye on it if you get that, double top out there at 30.89. Just be watching, making sure it doesn't pull back on you too far, just so that the whole cup and handle or possibly inverse head and shoulders, if these patterns mean anything to you, play out, then we have something to work with at least. But looks like it's trying its best right now for its strength. So again, from 30.89, runway 43.73, from there 64.50. Just be watching your downsides. It's more about account protection and making money, securing money whenever you can, than the hopes and dreams. I don't like to get hopes and dreams up too high here. So 22.96 is going to be your support if we cannot break out at 26.45, and then from there $20.51. I'd be watching closely if you stay in it for that long. I don't know where you got in or what your average is, and it doesn't matter to me, but just telling you what to be looking out for in the short term. Let's go over BBAI. We'll look at FRGT, GFAI, and PBTS also. So here we are at BBAI. We were talking about it right around here at another fib line that we were saying, let's see if it holds as support. And unfortunately, it didn't, but at the same time, it's kind of working its way right back on up. So I think right now we're in what would be a bull flag. I could see this breaking to the upside. It's at an interesting point right now. We'll see if it wants to do that breakout. We were also talking about the potential trend line down below acting as support. So I would watch this one real close. Your risk to reward. I guess if it goes up, your reward's going to be your best possible, but you're also taking quite a bit of risk that it's going to want to come back down for possibly another test of this channel or even this trend line here. So watch it closely. If you do dabble in it up here where it sits at $5.46 post market, I would want to see a breakout, a retest, and a push, because we do have this fib line that's going to be right here in our face not too shortly after breaking out at $5.89. The yellow fibs are a little bit longer time frames. Just I like to see where everything kind of comes together, but I would be watching in the near term how it breaks out of there. Draw it up on your chart, see if you get the breakout retest, then what it does at $5.89, $6.45, $8.26, and then ultimately $9.15 if it wants to do its little push right there. Also have quite a ways down to our next supports at $4.21 and $3.87. I do not like this gap in the volume profile right here between 388 and probably 515. That could be a very quick move, right? Quick move down, quick move up as you go through there. So you're probably not going to get a whole lot of time to think about how bad the position might go against you in that range. Keep an eye on that one. Like I said, if you're playing the breakout, just have a stop loss in place, because it does have a little bit of room that it can travel to the downside. FRGT, what do we got going on here? FRGT. All right, FRGT, I guess it has some potential. So here we were saying it really needed to break that 50 cent just psychological area, and unfortunately it wasn't able to. So we were watching it make its moves back to the downside, and where it was going to catch in support, it finally caught down here around our 382 fib line, and that was around 33.5 cents. So kind of making its push back up, got back into what we could call a longer trend line if this is going to mean anything, just kind of a safety net. So it's not a terrible place to be looking at it, somewhere around the 40 cent range. You're at 42 cents in after hours. What I'd be watching, I guess, to the downside would be somewhere in that 38.5, and then for your breakout somewhere up to about 41 cents. Not going to take a whole lot of time for it to pick its direction, whether we are in a falling broadening or if it's going to catch right here and decide to make its push to the upside. So, I mean, by tomorrow, you're going to have your answer whether we're going up or we're going down. You also have a fib here at 38.78, which will be a nice little area, hopefully to act as support, which is bringing us closer to the breakout. So I'd be watching right around that level. If I don't know if you're in it or if you're not in it. RSIs could heat up a little bit on the shorter time frames, in my opinion, but they are kind of on the upswing, coming back into what I like to see. I mean, the 5 minutes doing great. It's at 63, but it's warming up these longer time frames just a little bit, and we're seeing that curl back up. So potentially going to go for that push as long as the action and interest stay in there and continue to push it. We'll see how that one fares. GFAI. All right, GFAI. Where were we on this one? Looks like it got its breakout of 50 cents, which is good. That's holding. We do have quite a bit of room to the upside here, 73.5 cents. But watch and see. I guess we kind of did get a little bit of a cup and handle already form on GFAI, which is decent, right? We got a little bit of a cup and going for the handle. So if that plays out, I think there's a possibility of 73.5 cents on the next upside push. The RSI on the 5 minute is just kind of slowing down just a little bit, trying to work its way back to that 50 line. Our 30 minute also kind of coming back down. We're not setting higher highs here on our shorters, but the 1 hour is still pushing. 4 hours pushing. The daily's pushing. Why would that be? So maybe just a little bit of a breather, just to cool down some of those longer term RSIs. I mean, we are still in bullish territory. We're above 50, so in my opinion, 54.35. The buyers are still there. They're still interested, and potentially that will play out as well, since you got the RSI and you got the formation. So let's see if GFAI wants to make that push to the upside. Like I said, 73.5 cents would be my next watch. You can always bail before everybody else, and you can also sit in there and do your thing if that's not enough money for you and you're willing to watch some profits go down the drain. Again, the 2618 would run us up to about $1.11, and then if it wants to, $1.50. Dollar is going to be psychological. Again, see how it moves through the dollar and go from there with GFAI. PBTS. My alerts were going off all day, so I know it's just buzzing right around my price entry. What do we got going on with GFAI? Sitting at 11 cents post market. Yeah, so we did have a little bit of a fallout for today. I thought it actually I thought it was looking like a little bit of consolidation, and I was expecting that it could go a little bit lower. I was hoping that it wouldn't, but I was initially watching my longer term fib lines around that 11.5, and then I caught another little average down Guys, hold on. Nugent's crying. Nugent wants to say hi. Say hi to the people, Nuge. They're over there. All right. You're okay. But what I do like is a double bottom on PBTS. Right here's bottom number 1, bottom number 2, and in our big picture, that's a bounce off of the 236 fib line at $10.29 $10.29. We're just talking fractions of pennies, and I got dollars on the mind. So if we're drawing it up, this could be a breakout or a breakout retest, and is it going to push from here? That's what I'm watching. It has several possibilities. I don't love the chart that I have drawn up. I don't know if maybe this is going to be a rejection and we're going into a little bit deeper consolidation into some sort of falling wedge, which would bring us back down even deeper than that 236. But right now I'm looking at this double bottom, so it's not making me think that I need to go that extreme just yet. I'm thinking more along, I hope we got the breakout, the retest, and let's see if it can push. So from there, obviously get back above that 11.5 cents. This one's going to be just a little bit choppy and slow for the portion of just getting its wings, getting some wheels underneath it. We got a lot of chop, a lot of action going on here. I don't think it's going to be quick. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a big community that'll just jump in, or something will happen. I don't know, but I do think it's going to be a choppy run up to at least about 13.5 cents. From there, it might get a little bit quicker. Things might speed up. So if you're sitting on the sidelines and you don't mind missing out on a few cents, if it wants it to go that way, I would really set an alert for somewhere around 13.25, 13 cents. Just whenever that buzzes, then you're like, hey, I want to see how it responds up here around 13.5. And I think things could be a little bit more fun there. We get a little bit more open runway area to move, and not all this chop and noise kind of backs off. So we'll get to do a little bit of fun exploration before things get hit too hard. But RSI on the 30 minutes sitting at 58. On the 1 hour, we are at 52. On the 4 hour, we need to get hotter. It's ever so slowly just kind of trending down, but the price has been coming down too. So I think it was taking a breather. And on the daily, again, below 50. So not really my most loved area to be entering into a long position, so to speak. But the 5 minutes doing very nice. It's working its way up, which is going to heat up those longer time frames, hopefully. But have some sort of trading plan if you're in this one. Watch it to the downside. It could very well be in this flag and want to come back down, like I said, to do a triple bottom even around that 10 cent line. Just keep an eye on it, see how it moves. Hope you guys had a good day in the markets. We talked yesterday about the presidential address, whatever that's called, State of the Union. Usually there's at least a 1% move in either direction. Usually it's up, and today it was down as far as the overall markets went. So kind of played out almost picture perfect, just had to pick the direction, but I think we had a good solid 1% down, if not more, on the markets. So it's like living in simulation. Just find the direction and hope that you get the 1% in the right direction. Fun, always fun, always exciting. Like I said, don't think that you have to be right. Just set those stop losses, cut them, flip it, and make money with everybody else. All right, guys. Again, I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for coming back. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button while you're thinking about it. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.